Hello, I'm Dan Brunton. Welcome to the Connection Podcast. Today we are speaking with Massimiliano Bianchi, who's the Managing Director and President of Fosber Group, and Alberto Brivio, Managing Director of Quantum Corrugated. Gentlemen, hello, welcome, thank you for joining us. Max, I'd like to come to you first, if I may. In the last 7 months, you made the acquisition of a majority shareholding of the previous Agnati company. How have things been progressing over those first 7 months since the acquisition was completed?
Ciao, Dan. First of all, it's good to see you again, even with this new technology. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. As you said, 7 months ago in February 2020, we decided to buy the majority shares, 60% of BP Agnati. And honestly, if you ask me, would you do it again? I say 1,000 times yes. It was really a perfect decision. And now we are seeing the first benefits of this acquisition. So it has been really, really fantastic. It is a fantastic situation. And the synergies that we are finding out in this very moment are more than we expected. So it's really a pleasant situation with zero regrets.
Alberto, I'm going to come to you now because obviously the Agnati brand was very well respected, very well established in the global corrugated industry. But obviously joining the Fosber Group, it was the combination of two business cultures. So how have you and your team found the integration of the two businesses in terms of culture and the shared experiences that you have?
Yeah, I think I can say that it was quite easy because this gentleman stepped into this company in a very polite way with clear ideas, and they know the way. I think they were really well recognized in the market for the after-sales organization. Okay, and was absolutely missing for this company, for Agnati. Agnati has a fantastic heritage, but we are living in an era where you must be an industrial company, okay, where you have to deliver your promises, and Fosber really knows the way, and we started immediately working on the after sales. There are many Fosber managers here to train and to learn how to do it, and I think in 6 months, 7 months, we reached results that we were not expecting at the beginning. In terms of customer orientation, okay, because this company was a product-oriented company, okay. I think we are half of the way, and I can say that we are learning a lot from them, and I'm starting to see customer really satisfied about the service we are giving in terms of spare parts, time reaction, and we are acquiring, okay? We're like sponge, and we are acquiring all the good things that Fosber expressed in the market in these years.
And Alberto, I think it's very clear and fair to say that over the last 5 or 6 years, particularly the development of the quantum corrugator is what set Agnati on its future course, very much specializing in smaller width corrugators, specialty corrugators, and I believe that already you have around is it 10 or 12 machines now installed around the world. But tell us a little bit about what are the latest plans, because pulling together the experience from the R&D from Fosber with your own traditional engineers from Agnati, what does the future of the quantum look like right now?
Easy, a better future than the past, because we can benefit of a fantastic R&D department of Fosber. their really industrialization mindsets that we didn't have. We are simplifying all the things on the machine. It was too much sophisticated. Okay, the first decision was to put the phosphate dry end on a quantum. Okay, and we just put the focus on the double baker, on the single phaser of the Niati that are still present in the quantum technology. We are going to deliver an easier product, of course, with even a better quality of the finished goods. It will be a machine for everyone. Okay, we are targeting those customers that cannot stand because of the operations they have are smaller, a complete career. Okay, for the customers that are working for high graphics, small converting, preprint, small flutes, and we think that the machine we developed with Fosberg is we can say that since a couple of weeks we finished to design the new drawings. Okay, so we're almost ready to spread out on the market this new configuration. It will be a step forward than we did ourselves alone, because we doubled the headcount for this project.
And Max, can I come to you now, please? Because when you look at the quantum concept of machine, this is not just a standard corrugator. So what changes have you made to your sales organization? Because obviously this is a very niche product. So you must have a specialist team. So what have you been doing in terms of the sales department and organization for the sale of this new line?
As you said, quantum is not a corrugator. The way we see it is not as a corrugator. Fosberg now have, as Fosberg in Italy and United States, we do have the S line, as you know, the C line. We have a product range from 160 meters to 250 meters with the focus on high volume, high quality of what we call normal board. Okay. The quantum is something that sets itself apart. It's absolutely different. It's a specialized machine for a special product. It's microfluids, high quality. With we can target box plant. We can target everyone who specializes in the high quality printing. Also, it's a machine which is we call it digital printing ready for the concept itself. In order to maximize the synergies that there are between Fosberg and also taking into consideration what you said, it's something slightly different. We have decided to join the sales department, sales organization of Niati, with the sales organization of Fosberg. Today, the sales team is led by Alberto, who's the commercial director of Fosberg, and also is in charge of the sales organization of Niati, now Quantum. The people that used to work here, like Michael Smith, like Maricchio, like Riccardo Mauri, are still here, and they will be here for as long as they want. And we have also added to the sales organization some people outside Italy that are specialized and very well connected with this special part of the market, box plant, high graphics, etc. So let me say that with zero effort, by just utilizing and maximizing the synergies, the sales organization is maybe 10 times what BPNF used to have in terms of number, but also in terms of capability of reaching the niche of a niche market. So it's a double niche market, if you want. So it's the synergies that we are finding out in this very moment. I told you at the beginning of this interview are much more than we expected. And now we are seeing the first results, honestly. Let me say something it's very important. You know that for Fosberg, the most and only important thing are the customers. Okay? We are absolutely 100% customer oriented. Maybe that was something that was not so, it was important, maybe not so important in the old BPNF. now the entire company is shifting towards customer care. Something which is very important to add, not only in terms of we changed the machinery and the units by using the best of both companies. On top of the new Quantum, there is the Synchro process control with all the ProCare tools. So whoever buys the Quantum today will receive also the preventive maintenance, the normal maintenance, the 24/7 customer care of now Quantum, because we have our own people here working together and training the VP Agnati person. So in terms also of customer care and level of the service, honestly, it would be a tremendous improvement. And don't get me wrong, we are focusing on Quantum. The name of the company is Quantum Corrugated, so I couldn't even hide it if I wanted to. One of the main characteristics of Agnati, which used to be and will be again a great company, is we have a huge installation base. And our main target is to gain market share by giving to the previous customers and by a service, a continuous support for what they bought 20 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't care. It is important. We want to restructure the company, not only by concentrating ourselves on the new products, but also on the customer care and service on the old products. This is a 360 degrees approach, not only future, past, present, and future.
And thank you, Max. That's a really good overview of where you feel that the business has to go. But Alberto, I'd like to come to you, if I may. I think when we look at the North American market, this probably was a territory that you were not particularly strong in. I know you had installations of the Quantum Corrugator there, but do you feel that now being part of the larger Fosber group, this opens up huge opportunities for you, particularly when you look at the levels of investment in high-speed single-pass digital printing machines that require perfect flute formation, clean sheets, etc. So do you feel that this marriage with Fosber gives you excellent opportunities in North America?
But then I can tell you that if I have to bet on what would be the best market for the next couple of years, I'm sure it will be United States, because the machine is really fitting for that machine, and the organization that Fosber has in the United States is unbelievable. Okay, those guys are really knowing everyone who's producing a square meter of corrugating board, okay? And they say there is a lot of space for the machine. So absolutely yes.
And how have you transferred the knowledge set? Because obviously the important aspect is always the engineering and the service support and the training. How have you transitioned some of that experience from the Milan headquarters of the old Agnati over to Jeff Polini and his team in Fosber America? How have you transitioned that?
Well, of course, it's not easy because we cannot travel, okay? Because we started from the day one with Jeff that say, I will come, and he couldn't come, of course. But we used the period of the COVID, okay? We made a lot of technical seminars. You know Michael Schmidt, okay? He's a very technical guy, and he's really loved the technology, and he spent hours, I would say days, talking to the guys of Fosber America. That they really want to get in details of the machine, because I realized that Fosber America, one of their main reasons they're so successful because they really handle the technology they're selling, okay? And so using video call presentation, because we already developed a technical presentation for internal use of the machine, and we spent many hours to transfer that technology. And then, of course, when we can start to travel again, meetings, and then bringing people to the on the field to let them understand what is the technology. Don't forget that there are a master in the process control that we put in the machine on the dry end, and the other stuff that we will benefit from the group. So I would say it will be an easy game.
I mean, and I
Please, Max. Yes.
when I talk to you, honestly, I think to the world. I don't consider Asia and the United States, because even though you are basically following both markets as well. But you are right, and I wasn't very correct in my answer before. United States, I said, will be absolutely, as Fosbury America does with the Fosbury product, they will be in charge of quantum. We are not going to set up a quantum in the United States because it is not really needed. What is needed is to have service, spare parts, technology in the United States. And Fosbury America, obviously, led by Jeff, will be in charge 100% of the United States market. Let me add something more. As you know, in the Fosbury group, there is an entity called Fosbury Asia. Okay, Fosbury Asia, the choice that we took to put basically in the new quantum, many of the machinery of the C line makes also the production of the quantum available and ready in Asia, which means Fosbury Asia, as the same business model of Fosbury America, will be producing, installing, and servicing in the Asian market, the quantum market. So, two products, the same in the United States and in Italy, and so in the rest of the world, but not in Asia. And in Asia will be an independent unit of Fosbury that will be selling the very same product, in this specific case, led by Marco Berti, as you know. So, in one step, we basically can cover the entire world with the business model, which is successful of Fosbury, relatively successful, I don't want to exaggerate, but it's quite successful. So it's really, when I said before, the synergies that we are basically we can use are immense. That's why at the very beginning I said I have zero regret. Actually, if I knew what I know today, I would have pushed through buying Ignati sooner than we actually did.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. This has been absolutely fascinating. Just one last question, and it really revolves around how you are starting to modify or even enhance the way in which that you are engaging with customers, because obviously I had the opportunity to interview Everest, your new customer down in South Africa, literally in the first few weeks of the global lockdown, and they were explaining the story about how they managed to, with your assistance remotely, finish the installation of the machine. But this is changing the way that you are communicating with your customers. And obviously, we are absolutely delighted that Fosbury is one of the founding partners of our new industry platform called Connection. Tell me, what do you feel is the future for face-to-face events and exhibitions? I mean, do you feel that that we need to change the way that we are actually showcasing our businesses to our customers?
If I may, yes, absolutely. Actually, you interviewed me a few weeks ago on what was the impact of this new situation in the world. Obviously, let me start by saying that obviously I'm very sorry for what happened for people that we suffer for this situation. Talking about business, honestly, what happened in the last 6 months, it could be considered one of the best things ever. We found out that the business model and the way we used to do business was really old and not really needed. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to generalize. We are talking about corrugated industry. There are few that are big. It's a globalized market as far as the customer are concerned. It's a very globalized market as far as the suppliers are concerned. There are very few suppliers. I don't need to travel or to attend a physical exhibition to talk to people and to try to persuade them that my machinery is good enough. Any big groups have 1, 2, 5 Fosbury lines. What can I say more than talk to your people, let them give you the feedback, and if they like it, you know what you are going to buy or not. So the way we are going to do business, it has changed, and it will be a regrettable mistake if we forget the lesson we just received free of charge. I have friends in the big groups, as you know, everybody. And the feedbacks I'm receiving from the customer is that the CEO of the big groups are saying the same. Guys, we used to travel, we used to spend a lot of money, we used to spend a lot of energy, we used to wear out our people. Because when you take a long flight just for an interview, for a short meeting, it's a regrettable waste of energy. So we can maximize the results, reduce the cost for our customer benefits, for the world benefit. We can reduce the pollution. Everything is linked. So what happened? Again, forgetting or trying or not, with all due respect for what happened for people, for business, it has been a great lesson that it will be not smart, and I love the word smart, to forget. So things have changed. They have to stay the same. Doesn't mean that we will not be traveling anymore, but it has been much, much less. And spend more time for our customer to improve the machinery, the service, to develop new products that they need, instead of traveling all around up and down the world just to have short meetings or to do things that can be easily done with this new means of communication. That's my point.
Well, thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. It's been a fascinating insight, and we very much look forward to staying in touch with you and to hear the latest news and updates from you, and we wish you all the best.